agency busted lying to undermine Trump. Here's the truth they're hiding. A leading government agency has been caught lying in an effort to undermine President Donald Trump. What they've said is being debunked across the internet, but that's not stopping them. Here's the truth they're trying desperately to hide. Thanks to President Donald Trump, our White House is putting people before policy. That wasn't the case during the last administration. Former President Barack Obama used environmental protection as an excuse to push all kinds of regulation and government oversight. The end result was shocking limits to how businesses could operate. The United States neglected resources and lost countless dollars. But, at least some hippie could feel good about the polar bears, which are fine, by the way. Today, the White House is opening up new resources for American companies. We are winning back our energy independence and dominance because irresponsible rules and regulations have been erased. That only means good things for companies, customers, and, yes, even the environment. But, that doesn't mean the unhinged liberals have gone away. Rabid hippies do not go gently into the night. In fact, an entire government agency is still pushing their global warming hysteria. Recently, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced that the Arctic is melting rapidly. There's just one problem: actual science and facts are proving just the opposite. First, here's what the NOAA is claiming, as relayed in a scaremongering piece at Vox. The Arctic Ocean once froze reliably every year. Those days are over. In December, NOAA released its latest annual Arctic report card, which analyzes the state of the frozen ocean at the top of our world. Overall, it's not good. The Arctic is going through the most unprecedented transition in human history, Jeremy Mathis, director of NOAA's Arctic Research Program, said at a press conference. This year's observations confirm that the Arctic shows no signs of returning to the reliably frozen state it was in just a decade ago. Source: Breitbart. It really shows you how stubborn these environmentalists are. Despite being disproven time and again, they continue to push their idiotic agenda. Even when we have a president in the White House who will not tolerate their propaganda, they still shriek like harpies that the sky is falling. I guess we have the unhinged liberal media to blame, who will say anything if it will hurt Donald Trump. But, the real facts paint a very different story. Sea ice in the Arctic is recovering after a period of decline. Arctic sea ice is getting thicker. Arctic temperatures now are no higher than in the 1930s and 1940s. On longer time scales. There is nothing unusual about Arctic temperatures. If you're still worried that the Arctic is about to disappear, here are more papers confirming that Arctic sea ice is well within its normal range of variability. One of them, Stein et al., argues that there is more Arctic sea ice now than there has been for most of the last 10,000 years. Source: Breitbart. There is plenty of data to prove that what global warming alarmists are saying is complete garbage. So, why do outlets like Vox, and every other liberal outlet, keep pushing this non-science? If they truly cared about facts, data, science, and the earth, shouldn't they publish the truth? Not in this day and age. Liberals and their allies in the media are so committed to protecting their agenda that they've long ago given up on being honest and forthright. They don't really care about silly things like facts and defending their ideas properly. Only pushing their lies to manipulate as many people as they can. You see, it's not about protecting the earth, it was never about that. For them, it's about hurting Trump's credibility as much as they can, and other conservatives, in the hopes of getting more liberals into office. Ideally, getting a liberal in the White House ASAP. So, if they can contradict President Trump's policies on the environment, that might get people to vote him out. Who cares if NOAA is pushing total nonsense? They have a country to destroy. This is why you can never believe a single thing a liberal says anymore. Their entire existence is to push a broken ideology onto the United States. It's no longer about helping the poor, pursuing equality, or improving the health of Americans.
How'd you get so far?